The pilots. Well, one of the biggest difficulties of starting and running a seaplane business are the pilots. Most pilots who learn how to fly seaplanes come from Canada and Alaska, and others from Australia. Now, the Australian guys normally know how to fly in the ocean somewhat, but as a general rule, the Canadians and the Alaskan guys learned how to fly on lakes. Small waves, really easy. We used to call it gentleman's flying when I worked on the coast in Juneau, Alaska for channel flying. We ran from north of Ketchikan up to Dutch Harbor. Back in the day, we didn't have GPS. We didn't have any instruments. We didn't have a damn thing then. And a lot of people died doing it. You had to have a hell of a good memory. And I made it through 3 seasons, 4 seasons. I never stayed a whole winter. I stayed through January once, but no thanks. And then I got married and went into the airlines, and I learned how to fly instrument. And that was on a Jetstream and a Metroliner. And I became very good at that. Later, after I got divorced, I went to the Maldives Islands and helped with the beginning of the seaplane thing with John Goulet, Frank Allard, and a bunch of good guys from Canada and Australia. Not a lot of guys, 3 aircraft. We worked our butts off. And that still runs today. After that, I decided, well, hell, I'll just make my own little business with this. And it worked out. I made some okay money, but it's not steady money. It's not like an airline job. You're not going to support a family or pay a house rent or anything like that. So back to the original thing here is that the pilots are easygoing, carefree guys that didn't want to be in the airline business. And most of them do not fly instruments very well. And the other thing is most of them don't know how to fly in the ocean. And overseas, that's a big deal because you're going to die flying a seaplane in the ocean. So if you do want to try this, you have to have 3 things. You have to have a guy who's a seaplane pilot, and then you have to have somebody who knows how to fly instrument very well, and then they have to have ocean experience. And we used to advertise when we hired people for documented ocean experience. People would lie, some of them wouldn't, but it's hard to find a good pilot for this stuff. And we ended up making damn good money. I did, because I had all those qualifications. So if you do try this, keep that in mind. Thanks.